Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Sister, don't let your mind fuck with you. You need to understand what it really means to trust. To trust. So there's been some craziness happen in my life the last probably about week, 7 to 10 days. The highest of highs. My husband and I were on Laguna Beach last week at WarriorCon, Warrior Convention 2. And my husband had attended there. We had a chance to share on stage in front of 500 men our experience following Warrior's Way. And if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you really know this is what birthed this podcast, was the message of Warrior from Garrett J. White. And my husband being on Ed's podcast March of 2015. And everything that has shifted in our lives since that time. Me creating this podcast because I felt there was a message to share within what Garrett was speaking of that was very different for women. And here we are, over 2 years into this podcast. Episode 375 here coming at you today. But you will go through these times in your life, sister, where you have these highs of highs. My husband and I had this incredible experience, so many epiphanies that came up during that week for both of us, although I wasn't attendant at this event because it is for men. But I had the experience to share on stage, which was absolutely incredible, surreal. I'll link up the post on Facebook that I wrote about that experience the next day. Some pictures you'll see from that. And then we came back home to a city that we love, a home we love, our children that we love. And it seems like we've dipped down into this low. Now, my good friend Jill, also my coach Jill, we were talking about this week, and it's like, listen, there's balance, right? There's highs and then there's lows. Like, it comes with things. There is no getting to a certain stage and somehow you fucking stay there. If you continue to choose to create more within your life, sister, you will go through these fucking high highs and high lows. Low lows. High highs, low lows. Maybe high lows. Actually did a podcast exactly on this very early on. I think it was podcast number, less than 10 or 12, something like that. We're now at almost 400 episodes. And over the last 48 hours, there's been a lot of shit that's come up with my husband and I, with our kids. It's just felt like, holy fuck. What the hell? What contrast from last week, right? What the hell? What the hell? Who are you? Who am I? What's happening to our family? And your mind can begin to fuck with you. You can start to replay and relay and parlay stories in your fucking mind of how you think it's supposed to happen. And I went to that place, sister. I am not unlike you. Where in my mind, I was going to a place of, what the hell is happening with us? This is crazy from what we've worked through in our marriage. And here we are coming up on 25 years from when we first met, and about 3 weeks from when I recorded this podcast episode. It was just what in the hell? Stuff with our children where it's what in the hell? How much can boys really fight? This is insane. Coming up into challenges with Tyson's teacher and the different way that he learns and how that's not really an honoring thing within the traditional school system. It just doesn't fit. How stuff is coming up with my husband's health. My husband has Crohn's and he's going through a lot of really tough stuff right now. It was just really? Can we have more shit piled onto the fucking plate? Sister, you are not alone when you have fucking times like this. And you know what? The reality is that everybody goes through this shit. There's just the majority of people fucking lie about it. They either lie and they say everything's great, or they lie by omission. It's still a lie. It's still a lie. How are you? Great, everything's great. It's the holidays. Blah. You know what holidays mean to me? It's not a time that I like. It's a time that my mind will begin to fuck with me when I see all y'all's pictures and celebrations and happiness and like everything's great. And then I'm having this moment in my life right now where it's like, it's not fucking great. So, what do you do with all this shit? Great, Karen, you've completely bummed me out, sister. Yeah, I was with you and me too. And then it's like, oh, fuck, can we get to the point here, right? Your mind will fuck with you. You need to stay in a place of trust that this is unfolding the way it needs to. So the stuff that had been happening to me and my husband over the last 48 hours, really difficult conversations, very difficult conversations, ones that we're not afraid to have, but ones that are still difficult, ones that are still painful. Even after doing this deep work for 2.5 years, even being together for almost 25 years. 25 years! Still challenges. And I went through a thing in my mind where I'm like, what's happening? And this is not okay. And what the fuck? And my mind began to go to crazy, insane places. But yet, I continued to trust. And last night, it came to a head. We had a conversation that needed to happen. That we needed to go through that insane place to get to a place of peace. That we needed to go through all of that friction and going to war with each other to get to a place of understanding. That there needed to be a place of fucking breakdown to get to that point of breakthrough. Trust. Your mind will fuck with you. Do not believe it. Do not get caught up in the bullshit of other people. Do not get on the fucking bandwagon of people that are not in the same place as you are or moving towards or have similar ways that they see the world, because they will fuck with you. Because their mind's fucking with them, and then they're putting it onto your mind that's fucking with you, and it just becomes a big old mind fuck. Trust, sister. Trust. You know, there's a sister that's in the sisterhood, which, by the way, if you are not there yet, you are missing out. Powerful women that are like you, that want to create a life of more. Need to have the association. That's over at drkarenosborne.com/sisterhood. And new sister that was just like, I don't get it. I'm doing this work. I'm not, blah, blah. And it's like, holy shit, you just got fucking started. It's like you're dipping your toe in the water and you're expecting that somehow, you should have everything figured out. I started working with a swim coach. I've had 3 lessons, okay? 3 45-minute lessons. Weekly. And there's been a gap with some because I've traveled last week, so I had a gap with that. And after 3 lessons, there's been a lot of growth from someone who doesn't really know how to swim very well at all, not properly. Some kind of like hack swimming is what I've tried to figure it out on my own. Never took any formal lessons. To the point of where I am now, but yet at the same point, I'm just fucking getting started. Like, it is just the beginning. I'm not pulling any crazy time trials. Like, I'm literally, swimming. We're working on front crawl. That's my big thing, is I want to be able to do front crawl. I'm really masterful with that. And we've been doing work with fins, right? And then, or the flippers, you take them off, and then it's like, oh shit, I feel like I'm standing still. I'm not, but it feels that way. It's slower moving than with them. Because it takes time. See, it's trust, all the different drills, all the breakdown of things, all of the corrections that my coach is giving me. The time I'm going to spend in the fucking water actually practicing these things over and over and over and over again. And yet you think you've come to a certain point in your marriage, with your body, with your business or work, and with your family, and somehow like you shouldn't be where you are because you've gotten to here. Because that's where my mind went. Bullshit, ego, bullshit. Trust. Trust. Doing the work within this cycle of insanity, but trusting And that is fucking hard to do, sister. It is fucking hard to do because your mind will fuck with you. Trust. So here's your more tips for today. Where right now is your mind fucking with you? Where is that? What are the thoughts that you're having about this? Where is that? Here's what I'm going to have you do. I'm just going to have you journal that. Identify that. Because for a lot of you, you're going to automatically go to the place of trying to fix it. Like, what's the tool I need to, unleash? What is the thing I need to do? And that's great. I want you to take action. But sometimes you're going to skirt forward to the action before you fucking even acknowledge, before you actually just stay in the pit for a little bit. Just stay in that place. Just sit in your shit and figure out what the fuck it is. So where is that? And here's the second piece of this. I want you to journal. Yes, you're going to journal both these things. I want you to journal what it's costing you for you to be believing this lie that your mind is telling you. What is it costing you? Like, really, what is it costing you? Detail. What is it costing you? What is it costing you? Money? What is it costing you in your health? What is it costing you in your relationships? What's it costing you with your business and work? What's it costing you? See, you got to stay here. You got to feel these things right now. Because until you fully acknowledge and are in that place and present within it, the tools don't fucking matter. Because the tools can come a thing of almost like numbing, like you're, oh yeah, this is the thing, let me just go right to fixing it. No, you need to fully understand what this is and how it's affecting you and how it's really costing you right now for you to stay in this place. Because otherwise, a week from now, you'll get off this podcast, you'll be like, yeah, great. And maybe you'll even do that more tip. And you'll just go right back to the same place tomorrow, next week, or in a month. So where is that? And journal that to see that. And I'm going to send you a journal for free, sister. If you haven't gotten yours yet, there's been almost 300 women in 14 countries around the world that have. You take care of a little bit of shipping. I take care of the rest. And some other cool stuff, some bonus pieces I'm going to put in there for you. Some women want to more swag. So here's what I want you to do. Go to drkarenosborne.com/free journal, and I will ship that to you within the next couple of weeks. In addition, sister, I want you to go ahead and watch the new live event movie. So these are 5 amazing women that came through Victoria, BC, Canada, where I live, dove deep over 48, 50 hours, and came out the other end changed, different, clear. So go ahead and watch the movie and to really see their transformation, their experience. And that's over at drkarenosborne.com/The Evolution. And there'll be a chance to apply, which is the new name for my live events, The Evolution. For the next one, February 18, there are currently 6 spots remaining. So I will talk to the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from me doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborne.com/newsletter.